The Lord be with you. Reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Once, when Jesus was praying in solitude, and the disciples were with him, he asked them, "Who do the crowds say that I am?" They said in reply, "John the Baptist, others Elijah, still others, one of the ancient prophets has arisen." Then he said to them, "But who do you say that I am?" Peter said in reply, "The Christ of God." He rebuked them and directed them not to tell this to anyone. He said, "The Son of Man must suffer greatly and be rejected by the elders, the chief priests, and the scribes, and be killed, and on the third day be raised." The Gospel of the Lord. What time is it? What time is it in our lives? This is the question that the first reading asks. What time is it in our lives? And the first reading gives us many options. For example, is it a time to heal or build? Is it a time to laugh or mourn? Is it a time to be silent or speak? Is it a time for love or peace? At this time in our lives, what is Jesus calling us to? In the gospel, Jesus tells his apostles that now is not the time to proclaim that he is the Christ. And we can wonder why Jesus does this. It's because Jesus knows that they do not yet understand what it means for him to be the Christ. They do not get that Jesus, the Son of Man, must suffer, that the Son of Man must be rejected by the elders, the chief priests, and the teachers of the law, and ultimately be killed, but on the third day rise again. And so Jesus is calling them to a time of silence. And possibly Jesus is calling us to a time of silence to get to know him better. Or possibly like the apostles after the resurrection, in which Jesus calls them to take the time to talk about him and to announce his resurrection and the great things that he's done in their lives. And so, my brothers and sisters, we have to discern for ourselves, what time is it for us? Do we follow Jesus' example and take a time for silence, for solitude, for prayer? Or is it a time for us to be more active and to voice the great things that Jesus has done in our lives? And so therefore, my brothers and sisters, let's use this opportunity in Mass to pray and to discern what time is it in our lives? And give Jesus the opportunity to answer that question. What time is it for us? A time for silence, a time to evangelize, but particularly for all of us, it's a time for prayer.